All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. I'm going to run through a quick trade recap. I just took a quick eval trade. Here are the executions. And here's the P&L. Again, this was just eval. I took this on a funded next eval. And the reason why I only went for the 1K win was because they have 40% consistency. So I'm just trying to go for like $1,000 going for 3 days to pass that, if that makes sense. I wasn't even going to film a trade recap on this just because it wasn't like a significant trade, but let me know if you guys still want videos, like even if it's like not like a crazy trade. Like, I don't know, I feel like you could still learn something from this, and I thought this was a pretty decent setup. This is much more discretionary based, but yeah, I'm gonna run through this pretty quick. So didn't plan to trade Asia tonight. I just hopped on the charts, kind of see what was going on, and I seen this setup like perfectly forming. Well, not perfectly, like I got on around on this pullback right here and then sat for around like less than 10 minutes and then ended up catching the trade, and I was out of this trade in under like a few minutes. So I'm gonna run through it pretty quick for you guys, starting off on the higher time frame. Let me just pause this for a sec really quick. Okay, so starting off on the 4 hour, you could see that obviously if you guys seen my weekly outlook, I was expecting a move. I'm expecting a move lower, potentially, or like, because the 4 hour was just bearish. Again, if you've seen the weekly outlook, I said we tapped this 4 hour bearish gap. I'm expecting potentially a move lower. Again, could be wrong, but I said it would really depend on what happens off of market open. Maybe overnight we do see this move go lower. And again, we do have that weekly fair value gap, which I was talking about, which could, price could eventually dump down to. So going over to the hourly, or let's go to market open. Okay, so market opens up right here. We initially get this huge candle to the upside, news, whatever. We get this huge bullish candle, and we end up tapping into this 1 hour gap. So at this point, you can see we're respecting this 1 hour bearish gap. And look on the higher time frame, we have this low right here. We have these lows that were put in at 6 p.m. We have this low, we have this low. So on the higher time frame, I'm thinking to myself, if we respect this 1 hour bearish gap, I want to see price come back lower, flush through all of this, and be in line with the higher time frame narrative, which is bearish in my opinion. We broke structure on the 4 hour, tapped that 4 hour gap, nice 4 hour bearish close. I want to see price on the higher time frame, as long as it respects this 1 hour gap, continue to flush through this, right? So again, market opens up, we initially get that push to the upside, we're in this 1 hour gap, we're kind of just moving sideways, and then price starts to, and another thing to notice too is we respect the midpoint. You could see that we respect perfectly this midpoint of this 1 hour, and again, we get this move down, and then we start putting in bearish structure. So what is that? We get lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So at this point, I'm seeing, okay, not only are we getting bearish structure on the lower time frame, but we also have, like, since I also mentioned we had that higher time frame sell side, which are those lows over there, we also have lower time frame sell side. We have this low, we have this low, we have this low. So we have lower time frame trend line liquidity we can target, and we have higher time frame trend line liquidity we can target. So in my opinion, price should flush lower. We're building lower time frame bearish structure. We have low resistance liquidity on the lower time frame. We have low resistance liquidity on the higher time frame. So as long as price respects this bearish gap and we get confirmation, I want to look for shorts just for a quick in and out move to catch this low resistance liquidity. So what does price do? So I get on the charts over here, I see us put in this wick, and then we get this move back to the upside. And what does price do? Price taps into and respects this 1 minute bearish for value gap right here, fails to close above it. And when I pull the fib from this high to this low, we also respect OTE. So what do I see at this point? I see we have a nice 1 minute gap right here. So I'm thinking at this point, we're showing clear rejection to the upside. We have low resistance sell side on the lower time frame and the higher time frame. Potentially we want to see price come back down to this 6 p.m. wick. If we get confirmation, we get this inversion, we get a strong close to the downside. I don't see any like gaps on the 2 minute. If we get this 1 minute strong close, we get an inversion. I'm going to try this. It's an eval. I don't really care. This is much more discretionary, but I've seen this play out multiple times. We do get that, like we should get it flush lower. So this is my entry right here. And let's look at ES at the same time. Now, what is ES doing? ES is also, let's go to the 4 hour. If it would load, okay, 4 hour is also bearish. We have low resistance liquidity lower on, there. On the 1 hour, we also respected this 1 hour bearish gap. Going over to the entry, what time, here, let me put the replay tool back on so I could show you what it was exactly looking like on ES when I took this entry. So we could see ES also putting in lower highs, lower lows. and it has low resistance liquidity below that it can target, and it also gave a strong 1 minute bearish close, and it also gave a 1 minute inversion. So NQ and ES at this point are correlated. They both have draws and liquidity lower. They're both in higher time frame bearish structure. So therefore, I'm expecting a flush lower. I want to see price run through all of this. And again, I'm just targeting 50 points to make the 1K with 1 mini. And we obviously move down. I don't go break even, but this hypothetically would have been my break even point on this eval. Well, I did end up moving to break even like right here. So when price was like pushing down here is where I went break even. But like normally, like I don't go like break even at like if this was a funded trade, this would have been my break even. But like you get the point. And price ends up flushing down. And as we can see right now, price is dumping. I'm expecting price to probably want to run through the 6 p.m. wick, but we'll see. If this was a funded trade, maybe I would have left a runner down to let's see, maybe down to these lows down here. Like what would that RR have been? Yeah, we'd got like a ton of points if it goes down to there, but again, it's not the point. We're just trading a quick eval. So running through it one more time, basically price on the higher time frame, starting off on the 4 hour. The 4 hour is bearish and it's respecting a bearish fair value gap. 1 hour is respecting a 1 hour bearish fair value gap with sell side lower. Then we go down to the lower time frame. We see that price is respecting a 1 minute bearish gap and putting in lower highs. We have low resistance sell side on the lower time frame. We get a retrace to OTE and respecting a 1 minute bearish gap. We get a 1 minute inversion on NQ and ES, showing that both of them are correlated bearish. And I just target it down for the 50 points. And as we can see, price just keeps flushing. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Just felt like this was a pretty solid trade, honestly, looking back, and just figured I'd knock out a quick recap. But that's it for me, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.